Hi, Dad. What is the fall annual election period for Medicare?
Oh my goodness, it's just so much and it just keeps coming. And I'm not even on Medicare yet, and I'm getting all of these flyers, all of these brochures. It has to be the fall annual election period. Now, there are a lot of election periods in Medicare, but today we're going to talk about the fall annual election period. And I'll tell you exactly what it is and exactly what you can do within that period. Now, that time frame is the same time every year, from October 7th to December 15th. Every year, it's the same period. And let me talk about what it's not for. It has nothing to do with Medigap plans, Medicare supplements, nothing. The fall annual election period is for folks who are already on Medicare. And you can do 4 things during this period. And again, that's nothing to do with Medigap. 4 things you can do during this period. You can switch between Medicare Advantage plans. So you're already on a Medicare Advantage plan with an insurer, and you're looking around and you want to choose a different one. You can do it during this period. All changes during this fall annual election period will take effect. They'll become effective January 1st of the following year. So the first thing you can do, switch between Medicare Advantage plans. You can switch from Medicare Advantage to original Medicare during this period. Again, you can switch from Medicare Advantage to original Medicare during this fall annual election period. And this is really the only time that you can do that. You can switch between original Medicare, so you can hop off original Medicare and enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan during this period. And the fourth thing that you can do is you can enroll in a Medicare Part D prescription drug plan, or you can switch across prescription drug plans. So this is for folks that are already on Medicare. So why would you want to switch? Well, you would want to switch Medicare Advantage, for example. You get your annual notice of change, or you get your evidence of coverage. And either things have changed in terms of the network, the coverage, because remember, Medicare Advantage plans, unlike Medigap plans, they can change every year. So you got to keep an eye out for those changes. And you'll learn those changes before the annual election period. Why else would you want to change? Well, the drug coverage, right? Prescription drugs. That formulary, that list of drugs, the tiers, the co-pays, all of those things could change. Some of those things could change, or it could not change, or the premium could change. All of that could happen, and you'll get that information prior to having to make this decision. Do you want to stay or do you want to go? That is what the fall annual election period is for. It's not to switch Medigap plans. You could switch Medigap plans throughout the year. The question is guaranteed issue, right? Are you going to have to fill out complete health questions, right, in order to be able to switch? Some states you don't. You got guaranteed issue if certain clauses or certain provisions are met, certain guidelines. Others not, right? So this has nothing to do with Medigap, Medicare, or a Medicare supplement. Has to do with switching between Medicare Advantage plans, original Medicare to a Medicare Advantage plan to original Medicare, or switching your prescription drug coverage. That is it. And you're going to get so much information. You're going to get all this, and you're going to get these advertisements. You're going to get all these flyers. This one says Medicare Advantage from an insurer. I'm not going to name the insurer, but it says, no premiums. No co-pays. Sounds great. Sounds wonderful. You got to read the fine print though. Medicare Advantage, no premiums. And why can they offer you no premiums? Why is that a good deal for them? Well, the Medicare department, Medicare pays these Medicare Advantage plans about $12,000 a year per beneficiary. How does the insurer make money if they're not taking premiums for you? They don't need your premiums. They're getting that $12,000. How they make money is managing your healthcare in a way that costs them less than $12,000. So how do they do that? If they're not charging you premiums, limit the network, folks within their network. And then a lot of times you got to have authorizations for specialists. Don't need that for original Medicare. Do need it for Medicare Advantage. in a lot of instances. So they try to manage that healthcare so that they can make money. You got to know what the incentive is when it comes to this healthcare game and this healthcare business if you're going to be able to make informed decisions. Back to the topic, because I'm on a tangent. The annual election period for fall, again, nothing to do with Medigap, nothing to do with Medicare supplement. It's if you want to switch between Medicare Advantage, original Medicare to Medicare Advantage, Medicare Advantage to original Medicare, or you want to switch or enroll in a Medicare Part D prescription drug plan. If you make an election in this period and you feel like it's a mistake, I went from original Medicare to Medicare Advantage because they were talking about no premiums and no copays. Sounded good to me. Well, you get to January, you get into that plan, and you're like, I don't like the way that this looks. This is not great. Well, there is a period because they know, the government knows that you could be enticed by some of those incentives. And then when it comes to play out in reality, in real life, you're like, this isn't working. You're nickel and diming me on the Medicare Advantage plan. Well, you have a period at the beginning of the year where you can flip back to original Medicare. You do have that, but try to make an informed decision up front so that you don't have to deal with that. All right, that's the annual election period. I'm trying to make sure that you're making informed decisions because you only have one chance at a successful retirement.
I got it. That makes sense, Dad.